Hey guys, it's Steve and I'm here today to do a video about alien worlds. This video has been a long time in the making and I feel bad I didn't get to this sooner because just been so much going on Binance Smart Chain. I've been covering a lot of projects there and hopefully you liked them because most of the projects I covered went up, gave you a chance to sell for project, and then they've gone down a little bit in the last few days, but just because Binance has been pumping like crazy. And this video, even though it's about alien worlds, it's going to be about Binance too, because their big new partnership was with Binance and being on the Binance LaunchPads. So basically, Alien Worlds is a pretty simple NFT game where you can mine NFTs and cryptocurrency currently, and they are going to be introducing other things, including some kind of PvP or arena functionality and some kind of space exploration. In a way, it might not exactly be space exploration, and I'll kind of show you that this game at this point is just a click and wait and timer game. It would be called an hourglass game by most people. It'd be similar to things like Rising Star if you've played that, or Holy Sword. Those are Hive apps. There's got to be some other ones out there where basically you can do an action, earn a reward, wait a certain amount of time, and do another action to earn another reward. If they plan to make their game more than that eventually, that's really cool. And we'll see if they ever get into the actions of actually being a real game. But it feels like it's going to be more about governance, economics, and these wait timers, and putting together kind of cards. I imagine their arena might have some battle application, but I think it'll be more similar to what you've seen in some games where you pick your team and then your team hits the field and then your team fights the other team. A lot of speculation and all of that, but let's go ahead and get into how this game has become the #1 DApp in the space. And it's really because it's new, it's hot, and it's free to get into, it's free to play. One of the things that's kind of interesting is there's no referral system for this game, and that might be one of the reasons why I didn't talk about it right away. And because it's so simplistic, I didn't see it becoming the #1 game, but it's on the right blockchain where you can do these things cheap, and it made a partnership with the right blockchain to get a lot of hype. So here is the token on the Binance LaunchPad. So this actually happened about a week ago. So sorry, hopefully if you got into this, cool for you. I can't use Binance, so that's one of the reasons why I didn't talk about it. I'm in the US, I'm banned from using it. I'm not interested in VPNing in and trying to skirt those laws because I wouldn't be able to commit myself to putting enough funds to put into these pools and make money, knowing that my account could get restricted and I might have issues getting that money back. I actually trust Binance enough to not keep my money forever, but right now with the way things are in the crypto world, who wants to risk their money being tied up anywhere? Because you can earn yield all over the place. There's gems all over the place. There's coins, Bitcoin all-time high, BNB all-time high recently, Ethereum all-time high. I mean, everything is flying up, so you do not want your money trapped. You want to be able to execute on dips. You want to be able to do a lot of stuff. So the launch pool is going, and at the end of the launch pool, we're going to see the next part of the Alien Worlds ecosystem come into play. And so to talk, before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and go look at their ecosystem, talk about their tokenomics and what this game actually has going on for it. The launch pool runs for 23 more days, and at the end of it is when Binance missions will start, and that's what we'll talk about while we're going over all the other planets that are going on. They did launch their bridge from WAX to BSC, and you can port over your tokens, but this is taking a while. This is my transaction I started yesterday trying to get, and the reason I have this here is because I thought it'd be fun just to show you. The token went live on Binance. It spiked from around $5 at the time of launching to like $10 down to 10 cents and is currently trading at 50 cents. 50 cents might be a fair transaction value for it. The plain fact is there's a lot of players like myself who have been playing for a while that had 3,000-4,000 tokens or more, or if you're a landowner, possibly had hundreds of thousands of tokens. And so there was a lot of inventory that you couldn't sell for very much money, and all of a sudden it was on Binance, and even at 50 cents or $1 is a lot more than you could get for it on Wax previously. So there was just this opportunity for a lot of people to maybe cash out and make a lot of profit from a game they've been playing for a few months. I wasn't able to get my coins over here quick enough. I didn't queue them up in that transaction quick enough, and so they've been going pretty slow. I'm not going to talk too much about the price other than saying it's on Binance now. It's really easy to track the price of the token, and that 50 cents is up from about a low of 2 or 3 cents a few months ago. It's on a great transaction. I mean, if it would have stayed at $5 or $6, that would have been mind-blowing. But at a 10 billion total supply token, its circulating supply is a lot lower than that. It would be quite amazing to see it hold a fully diluted valuation of like $50 billion. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is where they talk about the fact that planet Binance is coming. It's the 7th planet to be discovered, but it's not like any of the other planets. And we'll go over that when we go over the different type of cards and the traditional part of the gameplay compared to what they're introducing with planet Binance. And the cool thing about planet Binance being introduced the way that it is, there could be a planet Coinbase. There could be a planet KuCoin. There could be a planet... what's another big project in the crypto space? There could be a planet Splinterlands. It doesn't really have any, it's a marketing connection as well as anything else, because it doesn't change the core game and the core 6 planets that much. It does change the reward distribution a little bit, and that's where owning these tokens and being part of the governance of the game will depend whether or not you will approve those kind of connections, because will they bring enough eyes and value to the ecosystem to where you're going to be able to give up some of the rewards that you have theoretically coming to you for being part of the ecosystem. So that's the big thing going on here. So they talk about their basics here, that the Alien Worlds is a DeFi NFT metaverse where you can collect and play unique digital items. They are an ERC20 fungible token, but they're issued on the Wax blockchain because you can issue those same type of tokens over here. They are able to be ported over to Ethereum. It's not a big deal. You can earn NFTs or you can buy packs, so you can earn everything in the game by playing the game and mining it. Or they do pack drops. They already sold out all of their land very early on. It's kind of how they bootstrapped the game. But now they also are going to be doing releases of the next couple items where they do their actual official pack releases, even though they've already been able to be mined. I'm imagining there'll be some new NFTs that come out in the packs that you can only get from the packs, just like you could only get land from the packs. There'll probably be some tools, some weapons, some champions that you can only get from packs and you could not get from unlocking. So we'll come over here and we'll go over the cards. So we'll start with rarities and shininess. Every single card has a different rarity. There are common, rare, epic, legendaries, and I think it's mythic. I'll double check on that, but just there's one past legendary, and that's this red item. So the gray is common, the blue is rare, the purple is epic, the gold is legendary, I believe the red is epic. Then if you take, I believe it's 4 of those items and you mix them together, so one main one and 3 other ones, destroying 3 of the other NFTs and paying a trillium amount that depends on, that is variable, you will create a shiny NFT. And I have done that before, and I've sold a few of those shiny NFTs recently in the boom. And today, at today's prices, the cost of shining an item is pretty expensive. So it's going to be interesting to see the value of those items and if people spend the amount of trillium that you want to go. Now, the trillium that is paid for doing shinies actually comes back into the ecosystem and increases the rewards pool. So that's kind of a good thing. I think some people might want to see that trillium burned, but for this game to always be playable, we need people to be able to earn trillium. That's kind of the idea behind it, is you play the game to earn, and then you compete in the game to earn even more. And if more people play, there's only 10 billion tokens in a game like this with a lot of tokens required to be staked. I feel like that token is still going to be pretty rare. Land cards were sold in the land packs. They have the same type of things, and they basically have rarities that tell you how much of a time multiplier there is, how much trillium you can earn, what increased luck you have for finding NFTs when you mine on the land, and stuff like that. Tools have very similar features. They have almost the exact same ones. If you look, they have the mine. I need to double check what this one is. I forgot right now. This is the NFT rarity. If I go to my bag, let me just check my card. Oh, proof of work reduction. So that's your proof of work reduction, which basically means it has to do with the charge time. So they display the charge time here, but it is the proof of work time there. See, I thought that's what it was, and I was just a little bit confused when they kind of have that on the card twice. Minions are the different kind of minions that you'll be able to use in the what's eventually going to be launched, which is the Thunder Zone and any kind of fighting aspect of the game that comes in. So they have things like speed, defense, and attack ratings. And like I said, these are the one item in the game that you can start to speculate on at this point. These might be being sold a little bit cheap because the Thunderdome is not open. We don't know the exact rewards you'll be able to earn from competing in the Thunder Zone. And we don't know what other kind of aspects that you might be able to use these minions for. So it's an interesting idea, and I'm going to be looking at some of them and maybe buying up a few of these in the next few days with some of my profits from some of my other items, because to me it makes sense to maybe hold a few at least epic of the minions. Again, do your own research, see if you agree with me, but weapons as well are not really used yet in the game, and eventually you'll be able to, you know, have a minion, have a weapon, do some kind of battles, and if you win, you'll be able to win rewards in TLM. There'll probably be time limits on how often you can fight, and there'll be an overall pool that we're all trying to win money out of. There also might be a ranking system, is my guess for that. Avatars are also something that are pretty cheap at this point because there isn't really an understanding if having a good avatar matters or not. I haven't been able to verify that. If anybody knows, leave me a comment and let me know whether or not it matters if you have a really good avatar. But it's another thing you could come and look into purchasing relatively cheap and see if you wanted to have one of these. For me right now, it's just really when you log into the game, you have an avatar, and that avatar can be what you want it to be if you've earned it or if you go ahead and purchase it. Here's where we talk about the Trillium a little bit. So they talk about the amount. I know the total supply, it looks like they started with 5 billion and the total supply is 10, I believe. I'll double check that if that changed in the tokenomics, because I was looking at the white paper and it said 10 billion. But if something changed, because this is showing 5 here, I'll let you guys know. They talk about that there'll be 440 trillium released in the first year, paid out as rewards for playing the game. And then that's going to decline every year going after that. So that's their declining inflation till eventually all Trillium will be issued, but it's going to take quite a while before that's going to happen. Here's where they talk about the overall tokenomics of the game. So they have those, like I told you, if they do NFT shining and services that they're going to offer, which is minion healing, but we don't know about minion healing because the game isn't out yet. That comes back into the Federation. There's a fighting and quest fund that goes to player rewards and then fees to actually take part in the fighting. There's kind of a circular place here, but that also comes into the Federation. Then that gets dumped down here in with the regular inflation of the token. 80% of that goes out to be sent out to the planets for players to be able to mine or earn doing missions, and that's the planet Binance stuff we're going to talk about right now. And 20% of that goes to the landowners. So if you own land cards, you will always be getting 20% of this sent out to you. And there are fees for windows and licenses and services. I believe that has to do with landowners can do things like offer additional NFTs or put pictures and things on their land. So like when you come to mine on their land, it could be supporting their YouTube channel or their website. And then they could also say when you mine here, you earn this additional NFT on the Wax blockchain. I'll give you an example of that, showing you how I mine on Ken Bozak's land, and I have earned an additional Ken Bozak NFT for mining on his land. So the traditional 6 planets that launched on the game each get Trillium based on how much Trillium is staked to that planet. And then the people who are staking it get the right to vote on who gets to run the DAO, and then the DAO is going to get to run the planet. So that's how each of those planet works. So if you want your planet to get a lot of Trillium given to it for miners to be able to mine, then you need to have a lot of Trillium staked to your planet. So that's one of the areas that takes it out of the circulating supply. Also, if you want to be able to vote on who is running your planet, then you need to stake Trillium to that planet, and then your vote gets a carried weight on how much that you've staked. This does mean that whales will have a lot of control in the ecosystem, but normally whales like that because if they've invested a lot of money into this game and they're holding a lot of the coins, they tend to want to protect the game. Now, Planet Binance, I'll move my head out of the way, has missions. That's the difference. So they are going to get a certain percentage of the 80% of the money that's going over here, but they don't mind. They do what is called staking missions on Planet Binance. Now on Planet KuCoin it could be different, but it could be trading rewards or something. But on Planet Binance the rewards are given out for doing staking missions. So when this launches in about 20 days, they're going to be doing a thing where you can stake your tokens for a certain amount of time, and then you will get a reward APR based on the amount of time that you stake the token. That is a really good way to see even more tokens get taken out of the ecosystem and go into a staking system where you're going to stake and restake, or maybe you're going to stake one time for a year because you're going to get a huge APR, and you're just going to go ahead and speculate that TLM is going to go up in the next year. But it'll be up to each person, but it should reduce the circulating supply of the token even more. Also, at the same time, when they launched Planet Binance, even though the game is built on Wax, they said, hey, everybody over on Binance and Binance Smart Chain, check out this cool game. Check out this token you can buy. Touch it. We're going to put it on the Launchpad so you can farm a certain amount of it for free if you want to get into the ecosystem just for staking BUSD and BNB into a pool. That was the Launchpad pools. And then we're going to also take part of our rewards and give them to anybody that wants to take part in the Planet Binance mission rewards. Now, I can definitely see how that we could see a few more circles added into this area. And that is something that is really exciting to see, that they already worked out a partnership with the biggest exchange in the industry. And now we'll have to see where they go from there. Now, we're going to go ahead and talk about the roadmap really quick, and then we're going to end the game just by looking at it really quick and just showing you a little bit about it. So they talk about everything that they have produced, including their teleport function to move Trillium back and forth from Binance Smart Chain to Wax and to Ethereum. Like I said, I don't know of any reason yet to put it onto Ethereum, but other than, I mean, obviously, if there's a Uniswap pool over there, you can stake and earn rewards that way. And technically, the NFTs are ERC20, so you can try to go and sell them out on OpenSea. You can sell them on Wax and Binance Smart Chain as well in the near future. So both of those have cheaper transactions. And so I don't know, you know, maybe you'd sell them on Ethereum if you had something really, really rare and you thought you could get a whole bunch of money for it. So this just goes over everything that they've already released. I'll give a link to the site. You can come read this if you want to just know. But we're going to talk about what's coming up next. So they're having Nebula events and other quests. So this will be something kind of interesting to see what goes on in the near future as far as what they are doing for quests. They're going to do the daily allocation to landowners and do a claim. That claim function is going to become automated. So that's just kind of a thing so the landowners don't have to check in all the time to claim their token. They're going to allow landowner-specific NFT mining incentive distribution mechanisms. I don't know. This is basically allowing landowners, I think, to have more control over the type of NFTs that people can earn on their place. And I know that it allows landowners to put their own NFTs into the game to be mined on their land. And that's because I've already mined an NFT on Ken Bozak's land, and I was going to share that to you. The TLM is opening for trade on Binance. That actually already happened just today, so we have to wait until they update that. This will go away. Farming and the farming period on TLM on Binance LaunchPad is going for those 23 more days, so that's in the near term. Coming soon, the Thunderdome is going to open and battles will commence. That's why I said maybe we should be buying our fighters now, because once the Thunderdome is open and people see what they can earn, if it's exciting, they're going to be more expensive. There's also going to be a storyline events and cross promotion with other games and NFTs, and that's one of the things that's kind of exciting, that they've already made partnerships with other games in the Wax ecosystem, and I'm going to show you that with the R Planet staking. And they've also made partnerships now out with the Binance chain, so there's a good chance that there's going to be a lot of different partnerships coming up in this game where we're going to be able to see you be able to mine more NFTs than just their NFTs or even the landowners' NFTs. Or maybe you're going to have some cross promotion where some games come and say, hey, we bought some land, come mine on our land and earn our NFTs for our game, along with earning TLM. This is where it gets really, really exciting for sure. Here's where they talk about some of the future plans. Some of the things that we're going to be watching for is when we can buy hero and minion packs and fighting functionality. There's going to be a land terraforming and farming by landowners enabled. So this is where you're going to be able to see lands start to change from being, you know, you could have somebody who has a regular, common, rocky plains, silly land, but they have a lot of Trillium and a lot of people mining it, and so they can start to turn it into maybe a city or something that becomes, I don't know, we haven't seen exactly what terraforming is going to mean, but they are going to be able to change their land. We're finally going to find out what avatars do. So avatar enhancements unlocked. So again, maybe it's time to be buying those rare avatars now. We don't have a date for this, but eventually avatars are going to do something. We don't know what, but they're going to. They're going to say here that you're going to have selected external NFT collections. So this is again about having partnerships with other NFTs to be able to gain powers in the alien worlds. All of this is exciting to see. We want to see our games and our NFT games work together. And this is really where we want to see the NFT world build too. So that's the end of the roadmap. Now we're just going to take a quick look at the UI. The UI is pretty new still. So when you log in, you have your avatar here. I have a female alien currently as my avatar. They have staking functionality live. They have inventory live. And if I owned land, managed land would be live. Thunderdome is not live, but it is coming soon. Mining is live. I actually can't mine again for 10 minutes or I'd show you, but it's really just you click, you mine, you click again, you mine. They've added in a CAPTCHA. It's having issues on Brave, just so you know. I'm now using the game on Chrome until Brave is able to load that CAPTCHA. Brave isn't able to load that CAPTCHA, so I'm not able to mine there. And then you get your reward. Right now I'm getting around 2 Trillium to 4 Trillium at the most, so it's around $2 to $4 every 40 minutes. That's pretty good. That's if the token can hold up this 50% price. Well, time will tell whether or not it can do that. And then you can have a bag. Your bag can fill up with your different items. So this is my current bag. If I don't have, it would show all of your different NFTs if you had more, but all of my extra NFTs I stake into our planet. You can also go into a messaging board. So the messaging board allows you to chat with players if you know other players in the game. I actually just pretty much come here, mine, walk away from it, come back and mine, try to mine every hour if I can remember. So that's really why I said this game I was a bit of a sleeper on, because it's simple, right? There's nothing flashy here in the UI. It's just you can mine and you can stake. Oh, well, I can go over staking a little bit. So you can stake to any one of the 6 planets. This was what I was talking about. Again, this UI could be used a little bit of an improvement. It'd be nice to see how much Trillium is being staked on each planet on this screen. Right now, you have to go into a planet to see. And then I can't go into the mining hub to show you. There's normally a little button down here that says mining hub, but it's not up while the timer's up. And it lets you go in and look at what your current items are and then let you go ahead and mine. You can probably find lots of examples of that, and I want to wrap this up because I'm at 23 minutes and that's really, really long. Staking on our planet is just something to be aware of, some functionality of the Alien World NFTs. Our Planet is another Wax project. They are also kind of a space themed, and they are also going to have upcoming land sales and other kind of sales as their game is just getting going, and I can do a separate video on them, but I wanted to show you how you're having this interoperability built over here on the Wax blockchain. These are all different NFT projects that you can stake in this game to earn the currency for this game. And here's Alien Worlds, and as you can see, we have all these different items that are unstaked. These are my items. All my extra drills and shuffles and things that I'm thinking about selling because the game is really popular and people are buying these items for a little bit of extra money. And then these are all my staked items that are earning me small amounts of the A Ether, and I'm able to go ahead and see, here's my one little epic sword I own. I'm able to earn a little bit of money off of these until I'm able to go ahead and use them. And some of them are just a whole bunch of commons that I've mined since I've started playing the game, and I haven't done anything with them, so I've just been mining them as opposed to selling them for a few pennies. Or mining A Ether with them instead of selling them for a few pennies. And the last thing I'll show you is, so like I said, I mine on Ken Bozak's land. Ken has a whole set of NFTs. All of his NFTs are also being able to be staked over here. And this little one at the very bottom here is the little miner I earned. So I have one of these, and I'm very happy I have one of these. I'm hoping to get another one because I think they're going to be a pretty rare NFT of his over here on the Wax blockchain. I bought a whole bunch of his Easter bunnies. But these kind of NFTs that you'll be able to earn on the land for mining on somebody's land is really exciting because it gives people, celebrities, it gives NFT creators of other projects a real incentive to own that land and issue NFTs that can only be mined on that land as something super rare. And that is a really cool interoperability effect that's coming to the world of Wax and to the world of NFTs, and Alien Worlds is really leading the way in that, and that's why I think they're going to become a much bigger project than people might think they could be, because it's not just going to be, hey, come and mine and earn TLM. It's going to be, hey, come and mine and earn Ken Bozak NFTs, come earn CryptoStash NFTs. I know that's coming too. Come earn we could have Cogs. That's another project over here on Wax really easily. And then the one day, eventually, you could have come earn Splinterlands cards here. Come earn God of War cards over here. Come earn any project that wants to come and partner with them, buy land and provide NFTs to that land so that their players can come and mine those NFTs on this land, will be able to do that. And if this game continues to grow a huge amount of players who are playing it, well, then you're incentivized as another project to go ahead and come over here and give the ability for people to get some free stuff because it's great advertising for your game. And they are already interoperable with Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, so they really have the opportunity to reach out to NFT plays on any of those platforms. So I'm going to end it there. I know this video was really, really long. If you stuck with it, great. I'll make sure to do timestamps. And I know you're already going to know that because you'll see them, but I appreciate all of you and have a good day. Bye.